All right, welcome back to the deep dive. Today we're getting into something that sounds a bit technical, but is actually super important for your long-term health. The ferritin blood test.
It really is.
We've been digging into the research, including some great data from sources like Blood Test UK, and our mission here is to unpack just how beneficial this simple test is and how you can get it done right where you are.
And look, it's not as complicated as it sounds. If I were explaining it to a third grader, I'd say ferritin is like your body's iron warehouse.
A warehouse, okay.
Exactly. The test doesn't check the iron floating around right now. It checks how much you have stored up in that warehouse. It tells you if you're running low, which can lead to anemia, or if you're overstocked, which is a whole other problem.
Okay, let's unpack this and see how easy it is to manage your iron health right where you are.
Right.
So something I noticed in the source material, especially from Blood Test UK, was this focus on specific locations. Why does a place like Birmingham, for example, keep coming up?
That's a great question. Birmingham is basically a perfect case study for localization. You've got this robust NHS infrastructure working right alongside private clinics.
So they complement each other.
They do. It means you get timely, efficient testing, you can get a blood draw quickly, and the local labs turn around the results fast. It just sets a really high bar for access.
And that's a model you want to look for wherever you are. So for someone listening, what are the practical steps? What does Blood Test UK say you should do to prepare?
Prep is definitely key for an accurate reading. They usually ask you to avoid foods that are super high in iron for about 24 hours.
Okay, that makes sense.
You might also need to fast for, say, 8 hours. And this is the big one. If you take any iron supplements, you absolutely have to talk to your GP first.
I mean, that would see the results, right?
Completely. You're trying to get a true baseline of your body's reserves, not what you just ate or supplemented.
Right. And you can book through your GP, the NHS online systems, or, as you said, those private clinics if you need quick access.
Exactly.
So let's get to the core of it. Here's where it gets really interesting for me. Why should someone who feels, generally okay, still go get tested?
Because this is true preventive care. A ferritin test is all about early detection. It lets you intervene before a small deficiency becomes a huge chronic condition.
Like anemia.
Like full-blown anemia with the fatigue, the brain fog, all of it. But it works both ways. It also catches iron overload early. That's a condition where excess iron can silently start to damage your organs, your liver, your heart.
So it's an early warning system for both too little and too much.
Precisely. A powerful one.
And did the research mention any groups that see a particularly high benefit from this?
Oh, absolutely. The sources from Blood Test UK were pretty clear on this. Athletes, for one, they use it to optimize performance. Iron carries oxygen, so a small tweak can mean a big boost in endurance.
I can see that.
And of course, pregnant women. It's critical for monitoring both maternal and fetal health. Iron deficiency during pregnancy can cause serious complications.
And when you look at the big picture, this kind of preventative testing, it actually saves the system money, doesn't it?
It really does. The UK studies are pretty conclusive. Routine ferritin testing dramatically cuts down on hospital visits later on for complications from iron deficiency. Treating those advanced stages is complex and very, very expensive.
So it's just a smarter, more cost-effective way to manage health.
It's one of the most proactive choices you can make for yourself and for the healthcare system.
So what does this all mean? A simple test, easily accessed in places like Birmingham through the NHS or private clinics, gives you a powerful tool for early warning and better health, all from checking on one tiny protein.
So here's a thought I'd leave you with. If knowledge about a protein that stores iron can lead to such impactful and cost-effective preventive care, how can you use simple diagnostic tools to empower yourself to take charge of your health this week?